New Gemini features are absurdly powerful. Everyone is still typing questions into Gemini. Almost nobody has switched the new stuff on. Google just gave it hands. 13 new apps, a cloud agent, a brand new way to plug in anything. Most people scrolled straight past it. So what did they miss? I'm the digital avatar of Maeve, and I help people learn AI tools and actually use them in their work. Not tips you nod at and forget. Tools you open the same day. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the 4 Gemini updates that changed what the app can do, including one that lets you connect almost any tool you want. That last one is the part people are sleeping on. Let's start with the newest drop. On the 12th of August, 2026, at Made by Google, Google announced 13 new connected apps coming to Gemini. Granola, Otter.ai, and Wix for summarizing meetings and editing your website. Fever, Get Your Guide, Localizer, OpenTable in the UK, and Ticketmaster for local plans and tickets, iHeartRadio and Pandora for music, Angie, Thumbtack, and ZocDoc for home and health. They're rolling out over the next few weeks. The first 3 are the ones I care about. Here's how I'd use them for the AI Profit Boardroom. Instead of me scrubbing back through a call recording, the meeting summary connection pulls out the questions AI Profit Boardroom members asked, the answers we gave, and the follow-ups we promised. Then I turn that into the recap that goes back out to AI Profit Boardroom members the same day. Same call, half the work, and the AI Profit Boardroom recap goes out while the call is still fresh. Now let me give you the context for why Google is moving this fast. The day before that announcement, Google confirmed the Gemini app passed 1 billion monthly users. They called it the fastest growing product in Google's history, and the usage data tells you where this is going. 63% of users now talk to Gemini instead of typing. 1 in 5 Gemini live interactions go beyond voice, so people are pointing cameras at things and sharing screens to solve problems in real time. And on Android, Gemini can already automate actions across more than 40 popular apps. Automate actions, not answer questions. That's the whole shift. Which brings me to the second update. Gemini Notebook now shares properly. A notebook is a project workspace. You drop in PDFs, documents, links, YouTube videos, and Gemini has the full context every time you open it. Notebooks launched inside the Gemini app in April 2026, and they sync with Notebook LM. The sharing part is what changed. You open a notebook, hit share in the top right, and you can give someone viewer or editor access by email. A viewer reads the sources and notes. An editor can add sources, remove them, and share it on. You can also copy a link and send it to anyone with a Google account, or choose Copy Link to Chat View, which hides the source panel so people just get the chat. Then there's copying. If a notebook allows copies, someone can hit copy and get their own version. All the studio content and sources come across. Chat history and notes do not. That matters, because it means you can hand someone a research pack without handing over your messy thinking. One catch worth knowing before you build around this. A notebook that contains your Gemini chats is private and can't be shared at all, so if you're building something to hand over, keep your chats and your shareable sources in separate notebooks from day one. Now, if you're watching this thinking, that's a lot of moving parts, and I've no idea where to start, that's exactly what the AI Profit Boardroom is for. Inside, we run live coaching calls where you bring your own Gemini setup, share your screen, and get it fixed on the call. We've got walkthroughs on connected apps, on notebooks, and on Gemini Spark, so you're not guessing which toggle turns what on. There's a 30-day roadmap that takes you from a blank Gemini account to a working setup you actually use, and a prompt library you can copy straight in. If Gemini is the tool you're trying to master right now, this is the room built for it. Over 4,000 people are already in there. Head to aiprofitboardroom.com. Right, back to notebooks, because this is where I'd get the most use. I'd keep one live notebook for the AI Profit Boardroom holding every call transcript, every resource we've published, and the questions AI Profit Boardroom members keep asking. Then, when I need a new training outline, I'm not starting from a blank page. I ask that notebook, and it answers using what AI Profit Boardroom members have actually said they're stuck on. And the copy setting means I can hand a clean version to whoever's helping me build the next AI Profit Boardroom module, sources included, without my half-formed notes attached. Small feature. Big difference in how fast a team moves. Now the third update, and this is the one that turns Gemini into something that works while you're not looking. It's called Gemini Spark. Google describes it as your personal AI agent. It runs on tasks, not conversations. It organizes folders, builds documents from your files, and handles multi-step workflows across Google Workspace. It launched in May 2026, and on the 30th of June, Google brought it to the Mac app, so it can read and act on local files on your machine. Google has also said that commanding your Mac remotely from the web or mobile app is coming, so treat that one as on the way, not shipped. Spark got a pile of connected apps in that same update. Google Tasks and Google Keep, so it can take the scattered brain dumps in Keep and turn them into real action items in Tasks, plus Canva, Dropbox, Instacart, OpenTable, and Zillow Rentals. And it can now track topics and react to events in real time, so instead of you refreshing news sites and blogs, it brings you the update when the thing actually happens. One honest note: Spark isn't available to everyone. It's limited by plan, by region, and it's 18+. Check before you get excited. Here's how I'd point it at the AI Profit Boardroom. I'd run Spark on the folder where the AI Profit Boardroom assets live: call recordings, slide decks, resource docs, the lot. Then ask it to pull my messy keep notes from a coaching call into a clean task list for what the AI Profit Boardroom needs next, and draft the resource doc from files already sitting in that folder. I come back to a first draft instead of a to-do list. The AI Profit Boardroom content gets built while I'm doing something else. And now the fourth one, the one I said I'd come back to. Gemini Spark supports custom MCP. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. In plain English, it's an open standard that lets an AI agent talk to outside tools and data in a consistent way. Anthropic created it, Google adopted it, so did others. It's not a Google-only club. Here's what that unlocks. Gemini's built-in connected apps list is a fixed menu. It's a good menu, but it's a menu. With custom MCP, you go into the Gemini web app, into connected apps, and point Spark at an MCP server link. If a tool you use has an MCP server, you can plug it in yourself. Google says it works in Spark on web and mobile. Two things to be straight about: it's limited to people with Gemini Spark access, and it only works inside Spark tasks, and Google is clear that it does not control, monitor, or secure custom third-party MCP servers. So only connect a server you trust, start with read-only work, and remove it when you're done. That's not me being dramatic, that's the guidance. This is where I think the real gap is. Custom MCP is how I'd connect the tools that hold AI Profit Boardroom material, but were never on Google's list. One question about what AI Profit Boardroom members are working through, and Spark reads from the place that information actually lives, instead of me exporting a file and uploading it every single time. So what do you actually do this week? Open Gemini and check your connected apps first. Half the people who tell me Gemini can't do something have never turned a single connection on. Second, build one notebook for the project you're on right now and put every source in it, not 5 notebooks. 1. Third, if you've got Spark, give it one boring repeating job. Watch what it does, then expand. And fourth, if there's a tool you live in that Google doesn't support yet, go and see if it has an MCP server. That's your shortcut. 1 billion people are using this app to ask questions. The number using it to actually do work is tiny. That gap is the opportunity, and it won't stay open forever. If you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 85,000 members who are crushing it with AI. And when you go and try this yourself, you're going to hit the same walls I did, whether your account even has Spark, why a connected app isn't showing up, what a safe MCP setup looks like before you point an agent at anything real. That's the stuff that stops people 2 days in, and it's exactly what we work through inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Live calls where you bring your screen and your problem, tutorials on Gemini Notebook, Spark, and connected apps, a 30-day roadmap so you're building instead of browsing, and prompts you can drop straight in. Over 4,000 members are already inside. Come join us at aiprofitboardroom.com.